Okay, let's see how this goes. It's been a while. It's been a while. Let me check the settings. Okay. Here we go. Let's go check my channel, make sure everything's there. It's gonna be an interesting ride. Tell me if anything is going wrong. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Well, someone's watching. I'm just not sure who. Okay. Okay. We'll see. All right. All right. Let's reset. Okay, let's see. Tell me if my audio is shit. I think my audio is not high enough. Let me check. Okay, can you hear me? All right. right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. So here we go. Everything's set up. Everything is perfect. We'll see. We'll see how it goes from here, I guess. It can only go downhill. Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've streamed. Oh my god. And this is like, okay. To anyone listening right now, the one viewer, which is probably me, this is like one of my favorite games ever, and I'm always hesitant to play my favorite games on my channel or on my streams because I don't want other people to not see what I care about in them. I need to double check to make sure Restream is working correctly. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I know I'll have one viewer eventually. So we'll see where this goes. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we'll just get started. We'll get started here. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Let's start some goddamn Shin Megami Tensei. Oh, it's been forever. I kind of want to wait till there's a viewer. Like, if anyone's in chat, because I don't know if Restream is working correctly, but if anyone's in chat, just drop a message and I'll see. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna like double check to make sure my audio isn't shit. Let's start recording. Let's start recording now, and I'm gonna listen back to my audio. It's probably gonna sound horrible on stream. Let's see where. Okay. Let's start recording. Start recording now, and I'm gonna listen back to my audio. It's probably gonna sound horrible on stream. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't I don't know if I want to keep on recording. I'm just gonna keep on streaming though. For those of you who don't know, the way I do streams is I stream and record at the same time in OBS, just in case something goes wrong. Usually, when I used to use Wi-Fi, that was a big problem, so I would do that. But after that, right now, I just use direct connection, so it should be okay. Yeah, I just kind of want to wait till someone shows up in the stream. Please, anyone, comment. I want to hear from you. Who's watching? Who's watching on YouTube? Is that just me? Whoever's watching on YouTube, could you comment? I'd really appreciate it. Is anyone in chat? Okay, so I saw my own comments. That means probably not. No one's in chat. Yeah. Okay. I might want to turn up the game audio a little bit. The music in this game is great. This is probably one of the chillest streams I've had. Hold on, let me go grab some coffee. So I kind of want to let me see if I can figure out how far behind the stream is, because I know if restream it is a couple seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's like 12 seconds behind. Okay. That's not too bad. That's okay. I mean, also having a billion tabs open in Chrome is probably not the best idea. We'll just relax and chat right now. Someone shows up. Because I don't like talking to myself. myself, honestly. The way I even do this is I trick myself that someone's listening until someone shows up. It's difficult sometimes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just, I know. Because, like, the thing is, if I start the game and people don't know what the game is, oh, I might as well start. We'll just start now. And we'll see where this goes. Because, I just miss Nocturne. I just need to get in. It's too much waiting. Too much waiting. I'm gonna go normal because I'm a casual piece of trash. Okay. I picked normal, right? The problem with hard mode is that hard mode makes everything more expensive for no reason, and it just makes the game last way too long. So this game is very philosophical and has a very minimal story, but the story that's there is really great. And I'm not going to explain the I'm not going to explain everything about the story unless you ask in chat. If you want to know what's going on, just ask in chat. And I might do another playthrough of this at a different time where I actually go in depth into the game. Because, I want to show people why this game is great, because not enough people know about it. This is interesting too, with the nickname, is that like some characters will refer to you as different things, and you kind of get a sense of how well people know you and how people act by how they refer to you in the game. Yeah. You're glad that I understand because I played this game before. This game is very special to me. For a lot of reasons, but one of the big things that this game has done. Oh, that's cool. You hear the music going. Oh my god, every time I play this game, there's something I notice that's better. But this game gave me something I never knew I wanted. This game gave me... This game gave me a really philosophical story that I'm not used to. Most stories aren't really about philosophy, they're about psychology. And because it's easier to relate to psychology, I'm not necessarily saying in the strictest academic terms, like everything is about philosophy or psychology, but the thing about all stories are couched in some sort of human understanding of like how people are, and psychology focuses on what humanity is at its basis level, and how the worst of humanity, basically, and examining how people think and how people act and stuff. But the like stories about philosophy are more about ideals. Like, what would be the ideal human experience? What would be the best thing that humanity could achieve? And how do you justify it? Why is it the best? That's what a lot of game. Well, that's what a lot of stories don't want to do, because it's very difficult to make that engaging for the. Damn it! The emulator has some layering issues. God damn it! This is why I hate playing SMT games and emulators. Try to play them on my PS2 because I gotta go to the park first. But the problem with the emulator, yeah, is there's a lot of layering issues, especially if the Shin Megami Tensei games, and there's supposed to be character shadows in this scene, and it's not there. And the reason why it bothers me is because this game looks gorgeous. It has great art. That's like the main reason why I got into this game, is because of the aesthetics, and it's just, oh my god, it's Nocturne. Okay, Nocturne is my aesthetic. Like, if anything is my aesthetic, Nocturne is my aesthetic. It's the most pleasing aesthetic, and I'm just super into it, you know. Yeah. And everything is about a cult. Yeah, I'm going to Shinjuku Medical Center, bud. This guy right here, he's a cool guy. Yeah. But anyway, let me get back to my point that I was making earlier about philosophy. Most stories don't like to be primarily focused on philosophy, because it's difficult to relate to the characters in a philosophical story most of the time, because they have very strong goals, but they and their goals are very admirable to some degree of some rationale, but they aren't necessarily relatable. Like, a lot of people would have a hard time. See guy in red? That's a meme. That's a meme. I love everything about this game for the most part. It's just my only problem with it is like sometimes the RNG is kind of insane, but like there's so many great things this game does, and I miss it. You know, like in terms of game, not just in terms of the story, because the story is very interesting from a philosophical perspective, but in terms of just the game mechanics. In terms of just the game mechanics, like, there's not much else like, well, other than the rest of the SMT games, there's not much else like the Shin Megami Tensei games that have combat that is as rewarding. Because the combat in SMT games is, like, the most rewarding thing ever. It's ridiculous how good it makes you feel when you actually learn how to win and like use your mind to come up with strategies to outsmart everything. It's like you feel fucking on top of the world. It's dope. Hold on, I'm gonna check. I don't really look at Discord when I'm streaming. I just kind of want to see what it looks like when I'm streaming on my... Okay. It just shows, that's cool when I... Okay. Oh god, no. Get off the window. Oh. Get rid of this. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna get to when the gameplay starts. I mean, it doesn't take long for everything to go to shit in this game. It's like, look, there's already blood all over the floor. Oof. It's bothering me that the shadows aren't there. If it bothers me too much, I'm gonna try to fuck with the emulator, but that'll be a pain. But yeah, I mean, I'm back to streaming. There's a whole lot that went down in my life. I don't know how often I'll stream, but I would like to stream more. There'll be a period from the 7th to the 20th where I won't be able to stream or make videos or anything. Well, maybe make videos, but maybe. Creepy hospitals. This, oh my god. I can go on for hours about how much I love Nocturne. And I will, because I'll probably play through the whole game multiple times in my life still. I'll probably stream it. If it becomes too annoying, I'm gonna turn on the shadows because it's kind of bothering me. Let me find what turns on the shadows. to render a hardware OpenGL. It's not there. At least they're not there and look bad, because I've seen them before when I was trying to play Digital Devil Saga, which uses the same engine in PC SX2, and it looks really bad. Yeah. Okay, Isamu. Your boy Isamu is the true hero of this game. Not really. Well, it depends on your ideology. This game is all about your choices. What do you think? What do you think about anything? That's what this game is about. Okay, I gotta pay attention. I don't... Okay, so I know where I'm supposed to go. I just got lost. Is the map available? Yeah. Okay. Although it's missing some of the textures on the map. Oh, I need to go into the lobby. That's right. There's a cutscene there, and then we go to the basement, and then everything goes to shit. Chiaki. That's like the dumbest thing that Isamu ever does. It's like, why would she be in the men's room, man? Like, is that supposed to be a joke? Isn't that funny? Let's see. If anyone's watching, just drop some text in chat, because, you know, I like talking to other people, not just myself. I mean, I've been talking to myself for a while now. And I'm only able to keep up the illusion because I'm looking at the game and not... Yeah. Ooh. Have you? Okay, let me check. Restream is fucking up today. I might just look at the Twitch chat. Just have it open. Okay, yeah, it's not showing up in Restream's chat. Connecting. Okay, no, we'll just put the Restream chat. We'll just put the Twitch chat over to the side right here so I can see it. Yeah, okay, hey Polion. How you doing? What console was this released on? The PS2. This is a PS2 game. So yeah, just ask me any questions you have about this game, because this is a game I really love and I know a lot about it. And I don't know, I'm just feeling nostalgic. I feel like oh, this bothers me that there's no shadows here. Okay. Yeah, it's always great to have time to chill, but yeah, let's see. So, have you do you know anything about this game or what it's about? Because I could talk extensively for hours on it. Hey Steelers, how you doing? Got some people in YouTube chat now. Mainly Steelers. So hey Steelers, this is like my favorite game. Okay, it's one of my favorite games. It's not my favorite game. It's pretty close though, so my favorite series. So, if you've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, they are dungeon crawler JRPGs that are very, there's something important that happens here. Yeah, but they're dungeon crawler JRPGs based on a post-apocalypse being brought on by demons, and every game has a different story about that, and they handle it different ways. And the cool thing about the series is that all the stories are very either very psychological or very philosophical in a very mature way. If you've ever heard of Persona, Persona is a spin-off of this series. Persona is a little less dark. It's still pretty dark, but not nearly as dark as this series. But, you know, I like Persona, and Persona is how I got here, but I generally like the main series of Shin Megami Tensei better for a couple reasons. One, because I like the focus on philosophy as opposed to psychology, and the gameplay is a lot more rewarding. Like, it's way harder. If you've ever played any turn-based RPGs, you might think that all turn-based games are easy, but SMT Nocturne's very old school about how it handles difficulty, but it's fair. We'll run away because this is spooky. I can't deal with that. Yeah, Steelers, I remember you. I remember most of the people who showed up in my streams from like a year ago. This isn't like... I'm not going to be focusing too much on the dialogue that's happening in the story right now, because this is like just a stream to chill out and relax. But basically what's happening in the story right now is we're in Tokyo. There is a riot going on in Yoyogi Park, which is like basically like god damn it, it's like the biggest park in Tokyo. And now we're in a hospital looking for our teacher who we were supposed to meet up with for homework, and we find out that she's involved with this cult that's trying to end the world. That's where we are in the story. And I mean, this goes places. Okay. But yeah, I love Shin Megami Tensei a lot. It has really, really engaging combat that's really fast-paced, and it's difficult to describe how good it makes you feel when you win. because it's the game is a little unfair sometimes, but the way the game is structured, the battle system is structured, you can get really if you're smart. If you're smart, you can get really far. What was I saying? If you're smart, you can get in a lot of hits really fast and get a lot of momentum against the enemy. But if you're okay, here's what's going on. Okay, let me stop here. Let's go to the story. So this cult is summoning demons and trying to bring about the conception right here. And they're going to talk about that. The conception is basically the end of the world that's made by this cult. So everyone outside of the hospital is going to die. And that's how this game starts. So it's yeah, it's going to die, but some cool shit happens right here. So we're gonna survive, and we're gonna see what the world's like after the world ends. And the whole reason why they're ending the world is because I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to what Yuko was saying. So the point of the conception, why they're trying to end the world, is because once they end the world, they'll be able to create a new world when the world reincarnates, and that world will be structured around their ideal of what they want the world to be. And it's pretty cool. And each one of the characters who you meet has a different ideal for what they want the new world to be. And let me think. And you can choose to side with any of them. It's a very open-ended game. They all have very interesting philosophical arguments. Oh, watch the world. Okay, so watch what happens to the world. It's pretty dope. If you don't understand what's happening, I'll explain it to you afterward, because it's pretty cool. Yeah, but one thing I was talking about earlier before people were in chat is that one of the reasons why I really love this game, I mean, other than that I got into it because I was into Persona, was because it gave me something I never knew I wanted. And that's a strong philosophical story. Like, most stories are based on psychology and like what people are like and how they're fucked up and what their problems are. But with philosophy is basically the opposite of psychology. Not exactly, but basically the opposite. Where it's like, what is the ideal? What is the ideal a function of humanity. What do you want humanity to strive for? Oh, this is bad times. I don't trust that kid. What are you doing? Oh, no. By the way, anyone in chat, I want to know, is the game audio too quiet? Or is there any audio mixing problems? Because I do think the soundtrack to this game is really good. So if you can't hear it, I want to make sure you're able to hear it. Okay, good. Good. Because I just fucked around with the audio a little bit, and I didn't know. Because I haven't streamed in at least 6 months. And before that, not for like 4 months, so... Okay. That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Now we have become a demon. We have lost our humanity. Partially. Which actually is very relevant to the plot. And this is one of the things that, oh, I guess part of the shadow's there, but it's not correct. God, I hate... This is why I don't like playing this game in an emulator, because, like, my OCD of where the shadows should be is not there. But, I mean, like, most of it looks okay. But yeah, that's one of the things I really like about this game, is the aesthetics. Because the art style of Kazuma Kaneko is just gorgeous, and I feel like this is the game that really took his character designs and his world design and made them stick together. Okay, so this is a creepy hospital that was run by a creepy cult. I wonder if we'll find anything bad here. And here's the soul of someone who died. So they're acting like this is normal, which clearly is not. Okay, so if you weren't here earlier, we met this guy in the park at the beginning of the game, and he was researching into the cult that we found. Yeah. And every dialogue choice changes the game. There are several different endings based on what philosophy of which characters you agree with. And there's also a special ending that has, like, if you go through the bonus dungeon, you can do. And also the special ending has a lot of memes. One thing about this game that a lot of got people into Shin Megami Tensei in America, because this was the first one that was officially released outside of Japan, because these games are very controversial and have a lot of religious themes, but they're very mature, like in like a smart way, which I really appreciate. But the reason why this this game is kind of a meme and also got people to play it was because the guy who did the art for this, Kazuma Kaneko, he did the Devil Trigger designs for Devil May Cry 3. And so Capcom's like, hey, you did that for us? That's cool. What do you want us to do? It's like, can we put Dante in our game as, like, a guest character? It's like, sure. And I mean, it's appropriate because Dante is, like, a half-demon demon hunter. So Dante's in this game. And it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of a meme. You probably have heard of this meme, the featuring Dante from Devil May Cry, even if you haven't heard of this game. It's on the box. It's kind of a big meme. Yeah, and you can get Dante as a party member if you go for the quote-unquote true ending. It's kind of interesting to have a true ending in a game about making choices, because it kind of goes against the idea of the making choices. But that's because this the version of Nocturne that got released here is an updated version to the Japanese version, and it added Dante and the extra dungeon and everything. So I guess that's why it's there. It's pretty cool, but it kind of goes against the point of like you choosing your own philosophy that you agree with. Okay. So someone else is watching on YouTube. Hey, what's going on? Okay, we'll get new save. So if any of you have any questions about this game or like anything, because I have a lot of knowledge about this game and the creation of this game and the entire Megami Tensei series, please ask me. I always love to talk about this because I'm constantly trying to get other people into this series, and because it's so cool. It's so cool, and it's also really smart. Which I feel like is not... There aren't really that many things that are very smartly written nowadays. I mean, there's some things, but not too many. Like, let me think. Like, I think the games with my favorite writing are a spin-off of this series. Digital Devil Saga is my favorite game. It has a really great story. It's a lot more direct, less minimalist than this game. And what was I saying? Yeah, this game is very trippy. As you can imagine, from a game with demons in a post-apocalypse, that it may be trippy. Wait, if you need anything explained or you have any questions at all, please ask, because I'm just dying to know what other people think. Okay, so we're getting into battles now. So I can explain the battle system more when we get into like real combat. But the battle system is very fast-paced and it's very rewarding. And people... okay, what should we do? What stat should I get? I'm kind of... Chat, what stat should I pick? Because last time I played, I went World of Strength, and Strength just is ridiculous in this game. So we got Strength, Magic, Vitality, Agility, and Luck. Magic is okay. Agility? Okay, agility's alright. Luck is kind of like... Oh, there we go. Luck is a dump stat, and like luck is actually a pretty good stat in this game. But it's the most random, like it's just for manipulating RNG. And the thing is like it helps you get crits forever. What does agility do? What agility does, it increases your to hit. Oh god, I might die. Already, I didn't even get out of this tutorial. This game's hard. Okay, so what does agility do? It makes it easier to hit enemies, and it makes it easier for you to dodge. That's what agility does. Agility is very important in this game to have at least a little bit of, because your entire dodging ability is can be hampered by this. Yeah, I mean, like in the tutorial, like the thing is, Nocturne doesn't pull any punches, right? Like in the tutorial, you can still miss attacks. There we go. I'll make sure to upgrade agility again though. Yeah, this game doesn't fuck around. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I gotta remember that the analog stick doesn't control the rotation of the camera, because it will make you sick if I keep on doing this. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot I like about this game. I mean, the straightforwardness of its difficulty is great, but the battle system, I guess I can explain more of it here because we're just redoing shit that we've already done. But the way the battle system works is that every person in your party adds one point of... Here, I'll show... When we get into the battle, I'll show you what I mean. Oh, I got medicine. I should have used that. I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid for not using that in my last battle. Okay, so at the top right of the screen, you can see how many turns they have left. Each of those icons tells you how many turns that party has left. So they had 2. Now I have 1. And that's based on how many party members you have. Now, if you get a crit, or if you hit an enemy's if you have an elemental attack that hits an enemy's weakness, you get to keep a turn icon. It's called a press turn. It's basically like you get to keep that turn icon, and you get to go again when once your party goes all the way through its rotation. So it encourages you to learn all the enemy's weaknesses, so you can exploit them to get more and more turns. And it's it gets pretty ridiculous at some points. But at the same time, enemies can do the same thing to you. So, yeah, so there's this whole like push and pull in the game over like how the flow of the battle goes, and that leads to buffs and debuffs being really important. Buffs and debuffs are more important in Shin Megami Tensei games than in any other RPGs I've ever played. This guy's getting crits. Fuck him. Yeah, luck can be really good for a physical build because it will help you get crits with your physical attacks. But it's not the most immediately useful stat. It's very random, and it's difficult to use it to your advantage. Generally, I would say that in this game, strength is most useful, but you can play however you want. If you ever play an SMT game, though, I will recommend you min-max your character, because the games are designed around min-maxing your characters. If you want to be a magic boy, you gotta put all your points into magic. Like, I mean, like, you can put some into agility or whatever, but when you start a Shin Megami Tensei game, you're either going to be magic or physical. And you can do a little bit of both, but not much. And it's better to focus on one over the other, because you can have the rest of your party cover for it. And, okay, so history lesson time. Shin Megami Tensei is one of the oldest game series in existence. It's very old, and there's a lot of stuff that came out of Shin Megami Tensei that people don't realize because they don't know about it. Like, Shin Megami Tensei is the first game series to have you recruit monsters to your party. It was way before Pokemon. It was right around the time that Dragon Quest did it, actually. I'm trying to remember if these are all fixed encounters or if there's... let me see. Do I have a heal? No, I don't. I'm still trying to remember what buttons do what. It's been a long time. Yeah. Fine, we'll just do that. Yeah, here's some treasure. What was I saying? I'm trying to remember, what was I talking about? There's a lot of game mechanics in this game that I'll explain as we go. But yeah, like, monster collecting. Like, Pokemon didn't create monster collecting. Shin Megami Tensei did, and it's actually really interesting how it handles it, too. The way you collect monsters in Shin Megami Tensei is through I mean, you're fighting demons, and demons are fucking assholes. But, like, they're also greedy. Super greedy. And you can exploit that in order to make pacts with them by talking to them. And you go through dialogue trying to win them over to your side. What's stat this time? What stat do you want, chat? Woo! I think someone else is in the chat. Hey, if anyone's in the chat, strength. Okay, we'll go some strength. I like strength build. In Nocturne, it's really fun. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei created monster collecting, which I mean is a lot darker than than most people think about, and they think, oh, Pokemon. It's like, no. This game is not for... It's not the happiest game. So there are a lot of game mechanics happening in the game that I don't think are fully explained yet. Here's some souls. What? Chiaki? Samu? I don't know any of those people, but they were just there. Yeah. I was, though. Okay. Okay, so that was the entrance we came into the hospital from, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of broken. But yeah. Also, just can we just admire the Demi-Fiend's character design? Okay, so the main character of this game, he is this canon. I won't say name. His canon title is the Demi-Fiend. Like, you can name him whatever you want. But his canon title is the Demi-Fiend, and he is one of the coolest character designs in anything ever. And actually, I don't know if it'll show up in the emulator. Oh, it does a little bit. But yeah, the tattoos on his body glow in the dark, and it's a really cool effect. And it also glows red when he has low health. Okay, let me see if I remember where to go. I don't think the annex is over there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there aren't any random battles yet. In the bottom right at the bottom right of the screen where it has the north, south, east, west, that just shows you where you're going, but also the color of it changes when the closer you get to a random encounter. Let's see, what else is in here? There's a lot of interesting stuff in this game. Okay, so yeah, this is the right way. I know where I'm going now. What's up? Yeah, I'll get a gate pass. Just some treasure. I'm gonna try to see how much I can get now before there's gonna be enemies around, because there's gonna be a lot of them. Let me see which way. Yeah, we'll go this way. I haven't been over here yet. No. Well, I know there's stuff in here that I need to get. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, look! There's a pixie. Yeah, I'm looking for something. Okay, so she just insulted me and then it's like, hey, you want to team up? It's like, yeah, we'll team up. Okay. Let's see here. So, I think... where's... actually, there's a problem here in the emulator. Like, normally the map has little lines in between the rooms to show you how the doors are, and it's a problem because they don't show up in the emulator. And some of the doors are one-way doors, and we won't see those for a long time. But that. It's gonna be annoying when I can't see them, and I'm gonna have to use maps. What happened? What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Did it crack? What the fuck? What is going on? Okay, hold on. Let me let me check something here. All right. Okay, let me. Okay, let's. It's probably gonna look bad. Let's see if it's just the video. No. Oh boy. Okay, come on. Put it in hardware mode. The accuracy meaningful. CR hack level full. Aggressive. Put some aggressive hacks on it. God damn it. I didn't save a state either. We'll just have to load from the save. I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you want to chat in chat, we can talk about stuff like get back to where I was. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that looks way better. The shadows still aren't. God damn it. The shadows still aren't there. That bothers me a lot. Like, what's going on? What's going on, Polion? I think you're the only viewer right now. Yeah. God damn it. Like, okay, if I'm running into walls, it's not because I can't walk in a straight line, it's because I'm looking at the chat on my other screen. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna save a state after I get through this room. Because I keep on forgetting. Like, I keep on forgetting. I only remember this as an emulator when there's some graphical issue. I don't remember any other time. Okay, we'll just go through here real quick. Yeah, I might as well just auto this fight. So one really cool feature about this game is that you can just auto physical attacks. You just press triangle and you'll just do physical attacks, your whole party, until you turn it off. It makes grinding really fast, and it's a pretty neat feature. Especially when you're fighting someone like this who, I mean, I'm not gonna get... Oh, okay. I'll see you around, Polion. I don't know if I'll be on while when you get back, but I definitely look forward to seeing you again sometime. Okay, bye. Let me just quickly check OBS. See how long I've been streaming. For an hour. That's all right. I may stop the stream and then stream again later. It depends on how I'm feeling, but I mean. You know, I feel like I made a bad choice. But yeah. But I mean, you know, I've wanted to play Nocturne for a while, and I think that like, you know, recent events have kind of made me just want to relax more. Like, I don't know. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot that's happened recently. It doesn't really matter. I forgot to pick up that treasure in there. I'm done. Let's just say that Twitter got really bad. We'll just say that. Oh. Did it crash? Oh my god. Why is everything breaking on me? I swear, I'm gonna get through the tutorial and make a save state before I quit the stream. This is bullshit. Okay, let me make sure OBS is recording the right window. That one. So I haven't played a PS2 game in an emulator for a long time. I was just mostly playing PS2 games. I was playing Dragon Quest VIII recently, and I was playing that on my PS3 that's backwards compatible. But I just don't remember having this many problems with PCSX2. I probably should update it. It's been a while, but yeah, I gotta remember to use save states. Oh, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why? Why? I'm gonna end the stream here and see if I can get through this without it crashing again. Thanks you guys for watching. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Oh, God.